Hi, family and friends. Today is September 17th, 2016. I just wanted to come on here very quickly and go over a couple of things. The first thing that I want to go over is last night, just before I was going to bed, I was praying for the Lord to grant me humility. A lot of the times when we are put into these positions, it's easy to come under fire. People get scared. And they tend to lash out instead of seeking the Lord. They tend to lash out and sometimes say some not so nice things on here. So I'd gone to bed praying about that, just for the Lord to fill me with His Spirit, that I may serve Him with dignity. And what He showed me was very quick. It was a vision when I was in prayer. And it was a quick vision of Lady Liberty. I seen her from the distance, and it was almost like being there, because I could actually hear like the water moving just before her. I don't know quite yet what that means, but I did think it was interesting because I haven't received one of Lady Liberty like that. The next thing that I want to go over, I'm going to check on my notes here because there's just a couple of things that I want to remind you about, actually. The first thing is the September 19th day is approaching, a couple of days actually, guys, where the Ark of Baal is going up in New York. And so those plans had been canceled due to public outcry and protest, but it is back on September 19th, New York City, for the Ark of Baal. Please do your research on the Ark of Baal if you don't know what that means. It's important. The next thing was a reminder, very important, a reminder of on October 1st, 2016, Obama is giving away America's internet. What does that mean? That means that it's sort of confusing, because last year, if I remember correctly, it was in the month of September of 2015, Obama came out and he said that he was waging war on, how did he put it, cyber attacks. He was waging war and letting the American people know that he was waging war on cyber attacks, and that it was a cause for concern, a major cause for concern. So yes, it is a little confusing as to why he is making that executive decision, okay, which comes along with he is doing it illegally without going through Congress first. If you don't know about that, you can read about that as well right now that we have the internet, which is the next thing that we need to discuss. You have to understand, if it's anything like Obamacare, there are going to be glitches and there's going to be delays, and we could all but lose our communication on the internet. Some of you who are proactively on the internet, imagine a life without that internet. It will cause people to somewhat panic and wonder why we don't have the capabilities that we once did. So be mindful of that. Be mindful that if it's anything like the process of Obamacare and how the insurance and all of the computer glitches that they had, they kept crashing the system and things of that nature. Keep in mind that if it's anything like that, we're probably going to experience some technical difficulties to the extreme. Now, with that in mind, please understand that he is giving it away to ICANN. That's ICANN. Now, that's Internet Corporation for Assigned Names. The alarm there with that is, not only was he protesting, waging war last year on cyber attacks, but now he's virtually giving our internet away to this one company, okay? And Let me see here. I think I had some notes about this. Don't mind the noise in the background. Kids are just driving up on an ATV. Oh, yes. What's very important about this, I almost forgot to tell you, this is a cause for concern because there's already rumors. Excuse me, I'm sweating here. There's already rumors that the United Nations is actually going to retrieve that internet from ICANN. So keep tabs on that as well. Again, Obama is giving away America's internet to ICANN, and it is rumored out there. It has not been confirmed, but there are suspicions that the United Nations is going to take over that position, making them the ones who are in charge of our internet. If you know anything about the United Nations, that is a huge, huge cause for concerns, which leads me to the next thing. If you are used to doing business on the internet, think of it in those terms. Think about a world where you're not going to be able to make payments, stuff like that on the internet if you're used to online banking, things of that nature. That doesn't really concern me because that's all going to come to a halt at some point in time when they crash the economy. However, right now, okay, you have to understand, we're at the 17th. I believe today is the 17th, by the way, correct me if I'm wrong, but if today, in fact, is the 17th of September, and we're looking at less than 2 weeks away from October 1st, okay, what that means essentially is you want to print off things that you might need. For example, you might want to print off lists. You might want to say hi to my son. You might want to print off lists for your survival and tactical gear, things that you might need, certain instructions that you might want to print off and have available in case that you do lose the internet on October 1st. This is going to also cause a huge, huge damper on the airline business. If we cannot even book travel, okay? Imagine how much that's going to cause, how much havoc that's going to cause, okay? People will go into a panic that they're not even able to book traveling arrangements, okay? Also, you might need that internet for, let's say, you have a plan with your family and you need to get to point A to point B and you're used to printing that off like Google Maps. So print out the Google Maps, anything, whether it's recipes that you might need, whatever the case may be. Make sure that you print these items out before October 1st. Don't expect that when Obama hands over America's internet that everything's just going to work swell, because it's not. It's not. Please be realistic and be on this, okay? It's very important. The last thing I want to say is today we just got back from church earlier, and I've been praying for a lot of people that have asked me to do so, and I will continue to. I certainly do not mind. I feel that it honestly is a part of what the Lord has instructed me to do and what He expects of me. But I do want to leave it on the last video that I did. I believe it was the one that I entitled something about Paul Bagley. I believe that was my last one. But please understand that when I finished recording that video, I didn't realize, I thought I was done, but actually in reality I wasn't, because the Lord shortly afterwards put it really heavy on my spirit that He wanted me to remind each of you. And please, if you are receiving this message today, know that I mean this with all sincerity, as God is my witness. He wants you all to know, each of you are His children, but He wants each of you to know that you are worthy of the Lamb. Okay, that is so important. He wanted me to say that to you. You are worthy of the Lamb. That means if you've lived a life of sin, and you've repented and you've tried and you've fallen and you're flawed and you keep getting, up and swinging and you keep going, please know that the Lord loves you. He does. Don't give up. Stay rapture ready. It's so very important. Don't give up on yourselves, but please don't give up on the Lord, because he truly wants to reach each of his children. And that is why he has placed many in this position. It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with trying to reach all his children in all corners of the earth. Okay, so please know that you are worthy and that he does love you, but he really desires a relationship with you. That means delving into the gospel, reading his letters penciled by the prophets for us. Those letters are for us. So please keep that in mind. I love you. God bless you. And please stay humble. Please stay humble. I know it's hard, but we'll get through it. Amen.